Hey guys, I just wanted to do a quick little ramble slash give my thoughts and opinions about RuneScape's newest boss, the Phantom Muspah. Yeah. Overall, I think it's a pretty good boss. The quest was fairly enjoyable. Nothing too complicated. I didn't use a video guide or anything like that. I definitely do enjoy the theme of shorter quests that may just be slightly more difficult as far as the PvM aspect is concerned. I just feel like that's more enjoyable. Most people don't like sitting through a 3-hour long Monkey Madness 2 quest. It's just not for me. But back to the Phantom. It's an enjoyable fight. It's fairly challenging and has a lot more variability than Vorkath, Soldier, Hydra, or other bosses sort of in its class, at least in my opinion. And that's mainly because of whenever the boss is walking around, he's creating these spikes. And what's cool about these spikes is they're not actually terrain. They can hurt you if you stand on them, similar to like spikes in Chambers of Xeric or something. And because of RuneScape's run mechanics of like when you're running, you actually skip a tile, it feels fun. You can get kind of fancy with it and run over some stuff. And like I said, it just adds a bit more, variability to each fight. It's not the exact same thing over and over and over again, which, most bosses are. There's also a healthy run to the boss, which I enjoy. I'm not a huge fan of like instantly telling straight to a boss's door. It just allows a little bit too much farmability. But overall, the greatest thing about this boss, as far as feeling wise, is that Sapphire Bolt spec. Sapphire Bolt spec feels so good on the Soul Split phase. You cut right through the shield. It gave some use to some dead content. Makes the ZCB probably best in slot in that scenario. And I just think it feels fantastic. That was a great addition. Alongside like just smite flicking in general. It's not overly complicated, but again, it's kind of fun because you have to sort of play around with this little off-tick motion. Nothing crazy, but, it's fun to do. And this is one of those bosses that I will recommend to people who are interested in learning PvM. I think this boss has a lot of fun mechanics that if you went into this with no PvM experience, you will come out significantly better, much like a Zulrah, which I think is important. Now, onto the things that I don't like so much. The drop table is a continuation on Jagex's mission to seemingly destroy the seed economy for the sake of newer players / early game Iron Man. The drop table is so OP for seeds and herbs. I don't know why they keep doing this, especially after TOA just came out, which, is just such a massive update for like seeds in general. You can maintain, if not profit. This thing drops crazy amounts of Snapdragon seeds, Torstol seeds. It's nutty. You can get 12 Raynars in one drop. Raynar seeds. That's kind of crazy. So not a huge fan of that. I'm not huge on the immediate rehash of the Akka and Zabak mechanics. They're not bad. They're kind of fun to deal with. It's just weird because, we just had TOA. Another major thing that I don't like, this is yet another T-Bow boss. I just want to use my scythe, guys. I want to use my scythe so badly, but Jagex will not let me. So to bring this video to an conclusion, we're about to wrap up the 100th kill of the day. All of this was done day of release and pretty much in one sitting, so needless to say, it was an early morning and a late night. These were not efficient kills whatsoever, but I am very glad I did it. The loot from 100 KC was around somewhere between 45 and 55 mil. Definitely worth it. I had a great time farming this boss out, and like I said, I plan to keep going. The drop table is extremely busted. It's most likely going to get nerfed, but hey, maybe it'll take like 4 or 5 years like Zulrah did. I assume the essence will crash a pretty significant amount. I was selling them for the majority of the day between anywhere between like 300 and like later on in the day 180 GP, and you know that's still fantastic profit. So wrapping things up here, this is the 100th kill of the day long session. Like I said, it was a fun day. I do recommend this boss. You can see got 4 Ranar seeds, 564 ancient essence, and here is the loot from the full 100.